Building wealth and passive income through Australian property investing is just as possible in 2024 as it was in previous years. Boom or no boom. We outperform Property Investment Accelerator members, outperform the national average by 10 to 25 percentage points using data. Here's my monthly show and tell to reveal real deals that are actually verifiable. Clients have bought now over 3,000 properties worth over $1.5 billion using this system, saving themselves $50 million in buyer's agent fees. I'll go through 11 deals, not cherry picked, take you through how they were off market, how they were high yield, how they were high growth, why we bought there, the tactics and strategies so you can do that yourself in your own home. Let's go. Welcome to the Oz Property Investment Mastery Podcast. My name's PK and I help busy people build passive income by buying top 5% growth and cash flow property and build a portfolio using data without wasting months doing research, spending weekends at inspection or catching flights, or dropping $10,000 to $20,000 on buyer's agents every single time. So if you're confused, lack confidence, and just overwhelmed with all the information and marketing misinformation available online and don't know where to start, then this show is for you. So all these deals are posted right here in my Facebook group with 50,000 members. The clients who bought these deals are tagged, so they're all verifiable. You can join and DM them and comment and ask a whole bunch of questions. Australian Property Mastery with PK. And they're not cherry picked. I've posted a deal every 2 days for years and years and years, thousands of deals. So it's not like, oh, here's some nice ones that I just want to present to you. Number one, foundational 6.1% yield Queensland off-market property, growing $10,000 per month since it was bought in December 2023. So this was not on realestate.com or Domain. One quick tip there, go and rate my agent and find the main agents, sales agents that operate in a suburb. Go all the way down to the list and find the ones that aren't so active. They're the ones who sometimes give more off-market opportunities because they want to focus on their main territory, other suburbs. That's a quick tip for you. Side access for boat or trailer or value add. This is always a upside for good tenants. Tenants love this. It's a 422 and it's foundational. And what I mean by that, it's in a growth and high yield location. Never sacrifice yield for growth. Never sacrifice growth for yield. That trade-off is what the boomer buyers agents will tell you. You don't need to do that if you're looking at data. Asim Salah is the one who bought this property without a buyer's agent, saved himself $15,000 purchase price, $487. Total funds required less than 100K. Rent is $570. 30 to 35 data factors, especially if there's one data factor I really encourage you to look at is days on market. It's on all sorts of different websites, and that really gives you a sense how quickly properties are selling. If they're selling faster and faster in a suburb every month, that means demand. One sign that demand is heating up. Vacancy 0.69, block size 703. He's bought this in Queensland from Melbourne, didn't catch a single flight, built his team around him and had his local due diligence done by property manager and the building and pest inspector that I provide, or he can find himself using my training. Now he's self-sufficient and rinse and repeat, and he has done that. He's building passive income. Here's the property, not brand new. We don't want to buy brand new properties, but it's relatively new, and that's what we like. Number two, Melbourne student gets 4 houses in 12 months. The latest one is 6.7% yield. Deal already grown 50K or 12% since October 2023. So that's 6 months or something like that. And that's what I mean by data. You don't have to settle for that 7 to 8% growth rate. The first year, the second year, the third year, you want to be going for big, high double-digit growth rates to get that law of compounding, which I just did a video on your side. Then the long-term growth, which then plateaus or sustains at around 7 to 8%, it works in your favor because it's already grown so much in the short term. It grows on higher growth. He's bought this $54,000 under bank valuation. And yes, you can go to a different bank, another bank to get a sense of true valuation. Don't ever rely on online estimation tools or anything like that. Do your CMA, do your valuation yourself. None of these paid or free tools tell you the reality, okay? And that's really important so you don't overpay for the property. Zero vacancy, tenants moved in literally the day after settlement. You can put some clauses in your contract to say, I can advertise before settlement. That's most likely what Arpit has done here. It's tagged, as you can see, really, really solid guys. Bought 4 times without a buyer's agent, saved himself 15 times for $60,000 on buyer's agent fees, which basically means he's bought another property, who has the ability to buy another property, because $60,000 is a bona fide deposit in this market. All right, support this for $430,000. Total funds required $75,000. Rent is $550. The vacancy is 0.69, block size 768. Bought this in Queensland, once again from Melbourne, didn't catch any flights. All the due diligence done for him. I mean, he used data, both quantitative and qualitative, to select the suburb, the street, the property, and he had that validated through boots on the ground for free by local experienced property managers. Number 3, beautiful 6.2% yield house bought with under $60,000. So if you don't have $60,000, you can still buy property under $60,000, and it's grown by $60K since October 2023. And so if you think about it, based on that deposit, or based on the total capital required deposit plus stamp duty, etc., that's 100% growth, or that's 100% return on investment in 6 months. Where else can you get that? Yeah, you can get that in penny stocks, you can get that in Bitcoin, but can you do that repeatedly, predictably? I mean, I certainly can't, okay? Only in property can I do that. Bought that for 419K. The previous contract crashed at 425. And so when a contract crashes, you want to be pouncing upon it, because that's when the vendors start getting a little bit antsy, a little bit desperate. They're like, oh man, this is such a nuisance. I just want to get rid of it. And that's why he got it for much cheaper. Quiet cul-de-sac, which is always nice. 422 property. This is bought by Azim. He's bought 3 times now without a buyer's agent, saved himself $45,000. Bought for 419K. Total funds required 60K. Rent is 500. Vacancy 0.42, block size 600 squares, brick, Queensland property. It's a really classic type deal, right? I really like these properties. They last a long time. Number 4, beautiful 7% high yield Queensland property, under market value, bank valued at $147,000, higher than purchase price. That's really kind of hard to believe, so let's just go through it. Bought for 349,000. Another bank, on settlement, you go to another bank, let's say Westpac or whatever, and it valued it at $495,000 post-settlement. Now, as I said here, it's optimistic, but shows value, because surely, it's not like you got this $150,000 below market value, but it shows it was still tens of thousands of dollars under market value. If you look at it, I think in the market, you could probably sell this post-settlement for over $400K. So at least there's $50K under market value. Of course, some of these bank valuations can be on the higher side, so I'm not saying that's a true valuation, but that disparity suggests that he's already made tens of thousands of dollars instant equity. He can add another 5th bedroom for further equity uplift. Downstairs, it's like one of those high-set Queenslander type homes, and growing every single month non-stop. Snare Shah, I've tagged him, and I'm also doing an interview with him, so watch out for that. There's more than 120 client interviews in the client results playlist on YouTube. Check out that, because he's going to go through how he's bought all of his different properties, got more than one now, and how he's actually bought them under market value. He's bought this one for $349. Total funds required 60. Rent per week 470. 0.18% vacancy rate. 610 square meters. He's bought this in Queensland, and check it out. This is the deal. All right. I mean, that's a really nice property, and this is the area next to the driveway where I think it's legal height. We'll have to see. And you can build another bedroom for cost like $5,000-$10,000 to put a wall in, increase the value of the property by perhaps another $40,000-$50,000. Really top shelf property investing. Property number 5, Student Snags, rare 6% yield, under 300K property, already up 7% since only October 2023. And this is what I mean. The rarity is that it's under 300K. You can still buy properties under 300K. They're few and far between. I don't want to, give a whole little marketing spiel saying, oh, we can still get so many properties in 200s. They're really hard to get, but here's one, okay? Tie goes to the runner. You need to be in the game to win it. 2 properties in 18 months. He needed under $50,000 cash to buy, and it's growing every single month non-stop. Bought twice without a buyer's agent, saved 30,000 fees. Michael Liu, as you can see, really, really good work by Michael. Bought this for $292,500. Needed less than 50K to get in. 340 is the rent, 0.46% vacancy. Block is 668 square meters. Bought in Queensland. And I just want, there's so much information online, and most of it's misinformation. It's really easy to make mistakes, but data does not lie. Neither do numbers. Data plus mentoring can accelerate your property investing. Data by itself, I mean, you can interpret it a million ways. Mentoring by itself, well, if it's not anchored with data, then it's just someone else's opinion. The two combined, oh my God, that's powerful. The science of property investing is easily learnable, and it doesn't take long. It's not a part-time job. You can do it quickly. Here's the property by Michael, really well renovated inside, big backyard, all the things we like to see. Lady buys 6.7, let's check this out. Lady buys 6.7% yield off market deal under 400K. Okay, good. While 38 weeks pregnant, 2 properties in one. So he's bought 2, she has, Julia. She's bought 2 while 38 weeks pregnant. I mean, I've only got 1 kid, and I can tell you that at that level of pregnancy, you're not 100%, but she's done so well. A buyer's agent, in fact, offered $15,000 more for the same property, but failed. And why is that? Because buyer's agents are really bad often at having good relationships with sales agents. If you're a normal person, you're polite, professional, efficient, like Julia was, you can beat these buyer's agents just based on rapport, just based on terms. You don't have to outbid them. Buyer's agents often outbid just because they've got a big wait list of clients they need to get through. Don't be sucked into that. And Julia's done really well despite being so late in her pregnancy, was off market. She's built that relationship with the agent over a few weeks, and she's got that deal done, not on real estate or domain. It's growing every single month non-stop. Saved herself $30,000 in buyer's agent fees. Purchase price $370K, $60K is how much she needed to get in, stamps plus deposit, etc. Rent is $480, vacancy 0.56, 642 square meters, brick, Queensland home. All right, here we go. Here it is. That's so nice. And some people say, oh, well, where's the garage? It's only a carport. In some suburbs where there's not a whole lot of garages, just buy the typical home. If most or half homes don't have a garage, it's fine not to have a garage. Property number 7, 2 properties in 1 month. Another 6% yield, WA deal under 500K, and it's going up. This is not an exaggeration, all right? I don't want to pick it up. It's literally going up $10,000 every single month. The rents, the market rents, we don't want to be unethical. The market is dictating it. It's going up $3,000 to $5,000 in the next 12 months. So if even interest rates don't go down, this becomes positive cash flow. And it's just 5 lanes or 5 streets from the prestigious canal. So that's a bit of a clue as to where it could be, perhaps on the south side of Perth. Anyway, the closer you are to the canals, the property prices go up in terms of how expensive they are. So you want to be close to them. And this is exactly what she's achieved without paying those canal prices. She's got this for $460,000, needed $80,000 to get in. She's tagged here, wonderful work by Induja. Market rent is $520, vacancy 0.86, 702 square meters. None of this, 300, 400 square meters. None of that stuff, guys. Land appreciates, buildings depreciate. Brick house bought in WA from Sydney. And I just want to emphasize, don't risk giving the keys to your financial future to someone else, regardless of who they may be. Someone off YouTube, Facebook, ads, podcasts, etc. Don't become dependent on a single property company for every single property purchase. Don't pay a buyer's agent $15K to send you properties off real estate or domain or off market that you could do yourself. And don't be fooled into buying an ineffective bait and switch course from all these dozens of buyer's agents who have courses now that upsell you to their full service, because the course didn't really tell you how to do, only tell you what to do. No one cares about your money as much as you do. Induja took this, imbibed this spirit, and got this fantastic deal. Property number 8, Sydney lady, once again, this is Induja again, you can see, buys 5.9% yield subdividable property in Perth, up 60K in just months. 2 properties in 1 month, and here's the thing, it's a corner lot with R20, R30 zoning. So will she subdivide straight away? Probably not, but give it a couple of years. Let this building cost blowout calm down. Let the lack of skilled workers in the construction industry industry calm down, that's when it might make sense for her to actually pull the trigger and make this money. It's right now low maintenance, it's newly renovated, so nothing to do, but that value add potential is amazing to have. She's bought twice, saved herself $30,000 in buyer's agent fees, purchased this for 528, 400. That's the thing, if you offer something like 400 at the end, it might just pip another bidder or a buyer that offered 528. So that's a quick hack as well for those of you missing out on properties. Required less than 110K to get in. Rent per week is 600, 0.37% vacancy, 710 square meters block, brick house, 1986 built, bought in Perth from Sydney. And here's the deal. Now, this is a fantastic, fantastic property, you know, a corner block, like I said, and that's why it's got a lot of that value add potential. Number 9, almost to the end now. Sydney strategy consultant gets 6.7% high yield deal with 80K or 16% growth in just 6 months. I'm not saying that this is going to go on 16% growth every 6 months, but this next 6 months, it probably will. So you've got 30% growth in 1 year. I mean, this is how to set yourself up for financial freedom, really. This one's close to my heart because I used to be a strategy consultant as well when I started dreaming about financial freedom. And so I'm really happy to help so many others in the same boat that I was 5 or 10 years ago. 3 properties for Al in 18 months. I've actually done a YouTube interview with him, so look him up. Aladdin is his name, or Al, in the client results playlist. 0 vacancies, got existing tenants, which makes it easier to buy because principal place of residence, you know, owner occupiers don't want to buy these properties because there's a tenant in there already, so there's less competition. That's always good. It's 2006 built, which means that there's great bonus tax depreciation benefits. He's bought 3 times without buyer's agent. That means he's saved $45,000. He's bought this for 515, needed 100K to do so. Rent is 660, 0.33% vacancy, 771 square meters, brick, 2006 built, bought in WA from Sydney. And he's getting like a full-time result from not even a part-time job. Like, this is not even a part-time piece of effort to buy all these properties. And that is the beauty in it. That's where the arbitrage is. Number 10, I think we're up to solid 7% yield, high cash flow deal with 28% annualized capital growth so far. 2 properties in 12 months for Mark. Amazing, amazing work. Total capital growth across those 2 properties is 170K in 9 months. So I don't want to create any FOMO, but I know there's so many of you out there that 9 months ago were thinking, hey, should I start property investing? And now fast forward, you're like, you still haven't done anything. You just cost yourself, I mean, I don't want to rub it in or anything, but you just cost yourself like almost 200K, guys. So think about it. You know, the point of power is in the present for you now. 1995 built, good tax depreciation benefits, quiet cul-de-sac, all the things that are going for it. Saved himself $30,000 in buyer's agent fees, 387 to get in, 70K capital required, including everything. Rent is 520, 0.52% vacancy, 1995 built, so huge tax depreciation benefits as well. Bought in Queensland, and here's the deal. I really like this vinyl flooring. I really recommend, guys, if you've got carpet, try to avoid getting carpet. It's not good for the health for a lot of people. It's lower maintenance to switch over to something like vinyl. It looks great. Tenants will love you for it as well. Last property, number 11, Melbourne man buys 7.8% high yield Queensland property under 300K, grows over 10% in just 3 months. Guys, if you're buying 6%, 7%, 8% properties without sacrificing growth at all, right? In 12 months' time, even without rate drops, with rent rises, they all become neutral to positive cash flow. That's the beauty. And in the meantime, you're enjoying the capital growth. Whereas if you wait 12 months, then you're going to pay more for the same property, get a lower yield. So what's the point? You're missing out on the growth. So what's the point in waiting? Like, I know I kind of seem a bit salesy right now, but like, that's just the honest truth. Rents to grow 2 to 4K next 18 months, needed less than $50,000 to buy, and it's a self-sustaining property investment. It's paying for itself. And this is what I mean. If you have 50K, are you going to put it in Bitcoin? Are you going to put it in stocks? Great. You might make 20% in stocks. That's 10K on 50K. Is that really like moving the needle for you as a family? Property investment, you need 50K, all right? You leverage up, buy something for, this one was $290,000. That goes up by 10%, 20%. Like, now we're talking like $30,000, $60,000 with the cash flow. Think about that as a comparison. Spencer Brenchley is the one who's bought this, done an amazing, amazing job. $430 a week in rent, 0.87% vacancy, 607 square meters, very typical, bought in Queensland from Melbourne, didn't catch a single fly, all the due diligence done for him on the ground, self-sufficient to rinse and repeat and building passive income. Beautiful home from the inside, front side, and backside. Guys, the most important real estate before you buy any of these types of properties is to invest in the 6 inches between your 2 ears. If you don't invest in that, then you'll buy a property, you'll buy 2 properties, but you'll be wondering, were they the right ones? Maybe I make mistakes. Isn't confidence the way to financial freedom, independence? Be confident. That comes through education, data, and mentoring. I'll leave links below free so you can level up and achieve that. Australian Property Mastery with PK, Facebook group with 50,000 amazing members, many more successful than myself. Leverage, stand on the shoulders of giants. I hope this served to educate you somewhat and definitely inspire you. Take action, take action, take action. Not for me, but for your future self. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.